Everything in your life is choice. You choose everything. Even when you think you're not choosing, you're choosing, because to not choose is a choice. Now think about who you decide to follow. Do you follow a religion? Do you follow your community? Do you follow what your parents say? Do you follow what other people say? Who makes that decision? Does it not come from you? Do you not choose to follow a God or a religious program? Can you ever escape your choosing, your omnipresence in your own life? Does that not make you the ultimate arbiter of power in your life? Because it always comes back to you. No matter what you do or don't do, you choose. I call this max truth. It's the inescapable reality of your existence, provable through math, through biology. You will never escape choosing, observing, being the omnipresence in your life. Everything comes from it and back to it. You are the only infinite thing in your life. Everything around you is chaos, constantly changing, and will eventually come and go. What you don't realize though, you've yet to accept this power because you grew up in an environment that tells you to listen to the environment, to other people, to external sources. And most of those people that were telling you how to live and think have never grasped their own power or understood truth. They don't see truth. They're in the same days, the same matrix as everybody else. It is your responsibility to take that power into your control and then dictate life, dictate everything. Because whether you have abundance in your life or whether you have scarcity in your life is a choice. Abundance is, I have gratitude. I have everything I need. I'm happy, content, I'm alive. And scarcity is, I'm incomplete and I need this thing or I need to do that to meet some arbitrary idea of what's acceptable or what's successful or how I should be or whatever. All externally placed in your mind, incepted into your mind through indoctrination, education, upbringing, community, people, etc. So the average modern human has no grasp of their power. They have no grasp of truth. They can't see it because they're blinded by the things around them. They're blinded by their own blindness. They literally can't see because they are not looking in the right direction. And even if they were, until they were able to remove some of those blinders, they won't be able to see truth. That's why it's so important to go inside to figure out how to operate outside. Going inside is the only answer to all the things you're after. You want security, you want happiness, you want to do these things, you want to have impact, you want to have meaning. None of that is found outside. None of it is found outside because you could be given everything on the planet. You could have all the money in the world, fame, power, whatever it is that you think you want. You could be given that. You could even acquire it. But if you're not doing it through the inside out rather than the outside in, it will always leave you hollow because you're operating under a flawed equation. You believe that outside has things you want, and you believe that if you connect that to the things that you tell yourself you want, then you have internal contentment, happiness, fulfillment, whatever it is you're chasing, peace, whatever. But the equation doesn't add up because it only comes from the inside. Getting to truth, operating as close to truth as possible in your life takes a long time or a short time. It really depends on where you're at and how much of the indoctrination, how much of the trauma and bad thought processes in your mind that you have to let go. Everybody's different. But what you want to get to, and what I believe is the best way to start, is to focus on the truth that everything is your responsibility. So you take maximum ownership of this maximum truth, as I call it, that everything is up to you. It always comes back to you. Everything that happens around you is up to you to interpret, and what you interpret it as, and whether you use it to get where you want to go or whether it holds you back is up to you. It's a choice. You decide. And when you think you're not making an active choice, you're making a choice. It's just an inactive choice because you're choosing to not do something or to not take the information in front of you or to not take the opportunity in front of you. That's a choice just as much as it is to take advantage of the things around you, to go towards those hard things, to have the difficult conversations, to ask for the things that you want and need. The inescapable, mathematically provable fact of your human existence is that you will choose everything in your life for the remainder of your life. For as long as you're here, you will choose. You will either actively choose, you will take advantage of that power, you will use it to go where you want to go, or you'll just be a pinball in a game of life and randomness that is the universe, and it'll bounce you around this way or that. Maybe you'll end up in some good places, maybe you won't, but you won't have control. You won't be captaining your ship. I don't know about you, but that's not a risk I'd ever want to take. So you start by accepting the truth that everything is up to you. It always comes back to you. There is nothing outside of you. Because if you don't exist, nothing exists. Without your mind, there's no you, there's no world, there's no good things or bad things. There's no future, there's no past, there's no present. So for as long as you're walking around being a conscious being, you make choices in every moment that consciousness is out interpreting reality. And hopefully you're directing reality to get you to where you want to go. Get the Better Human newsletter over at thebetterhuman.co.